Oh, my stomach hurts. I don't feel good. I don't want to go to work. I don't know if I need to use the bathroom or I don't know. My stomach hurts. I don't want to go to work. I just want to sleep all day. Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's good enough. My bandana's on. I look like I'm insane, but that's okay. You know, one thing we don't condone on this channel, smoking and driving. I don't know, the gray area. So we're going to go somewhere, maybe smoke this J, then relax for a little bit, and then leave. Just thinking of video ideas. Because I have about 45 minutes before I have to head out for work. I woke up early. Instead of streaming video games, I'm live streaming me. From my phone, not my GoPro. I swear, dude, I love my GoPro, and it shoots really good quality. It's so finicky. Sometimes it disconnects. Yeah, dude, I don't know. But good morning. Good to see everyone. I'm stupid. Wait, what is it? It's June. I don't know if kids are still in school. I would go smoke right over there by the creek. Let's just see what's going on over here. Any police, faculty? I don't want to be a grown-up that gets in trouble for loitering. That might be embarrassing and stupid, but you know, there's a Freightliner. There's an 18-wheeler taking a nanny in the parking lot. So maybe I can get away with filming a video over here. I was gonna say I don't have a lighter. Where's my lighter? What the fuck? Damn, I almost need a jacket. Yeah, dude, there's a wildlife preserve back there now, and it's all, like, protected. Bro, hang on, that's the seatbelt alarm. Me and my homies, when we were, like, 5th graders, we weren't even middle school yet, I swear to God. We sat there and we carved out like this huge BMX track in the woods, and then the school repurposed it as a walking path, and we're like, we spent time on that, man. We spent time on that, man. I wonder if there's anyone at the top of the hill. Well, school's out for the summer, so I mean, that's a wrap, Jack. But I don't want to get rolled up on while I'm making a video. But I don't think we will if we just chill here. This is going to be fun. Like, I feel like I'm a kid again. Dude, we can spark a little. Wait a little. Yo, chat, it's so beautiful outside. It's so beautiful to go walking. The birds, the sunrise, everything. Next time I do this, I'm not going to be driving a car. I'm going to be on foot with my chest harness for the GoPro. It's mornings like this that make me feel young and spry again and want to learn to BMX and skate again before I'm 40. Yeah, I didn't get the whole thing. It's short, broke off. I relit it. I took a couple little mustache burners. Bro, if you're new and you just start smoking a joint, you start fucking full lip contact tugging it when it's short, and you just burn your lips and tongue. So, let's sit here for a little bit and relax. And then we will go on our like normal morning tour. Guess what I got? It's just one cherry cola. I got a bag full of balls. I got a ball bag, aka scrotum. Oh, here's another cherry cola. They were out of original. Balls is great, dude. I don't know. There's only about like 100 milligrams or 90 milligrams caffeine in each one. A very small amount of sugar. And then it's got taurine and guarana or whatever I don't know those chemicals. You know, those chemicals. It's got those chemicals. Hey, balls. It's got those chemicals. No, it's got, yeah, but it's the guarana shit. That shit gets me like pumping. Manufactured for balls, Twinsburg, Ohio. Oh, I have to go to the balls factory. Fuck. You know, dude, that's a dream of mine. That's pretty delusional, but dude, getting a sponsorship from balls to play Gears E-Day, that would be like, I'm realizing you gotta monetize your hobbies. Like, could you imagine if all I had to do was play Xbox for 4 hours, do my brand deals, and then I could just do whatever I want all day, make videos. I could fly to I could drive to Galena, make a video about Galena, Illinois. Like, dude, I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless. Endless. Like a dude who got his ass chopped off. Endless. So, yeah. You know what would be cool? Next time I make a video like this is that if I go do it by the riverfront. And guys, no, it's technically not legal to consume cannabis out in the open in public. That's why, just like when I was a dirty teenager, you go over to a spot like this. You know, like, I'm not trying to contribute to anyone's delinquency, but hey, man, just be safe. Do what you're gonna do. Be safe. Don't get fucking too stoned. Don't get fucking too drunk. Don't get fucking too... Just do what you're gonna do and be safe about it. And practice smoking off in the corner and then drop it. Oh, what was that? And then under your foot immediately. Sometimes you can get that nice kick. It goes in the tree line. And then you help your gym teacher look for the smell. It's like emanating off of you, but you're like, what is it? It's everywhere. Where is it? That was me. I never got in trouble for pot. Because I'm not a fucking complete loser. I'm just a gamer, bro. Just a skater, bro. Just a rivet head trying to get by. You know what I'm saying? Livin. You guys smoke weed? Be a lot cooler if you did. Alright, well, check this out. We're simmering down. We're simmering down. Thanks for joining. I'm just watching this timer go. And when I'm a little mellow, hello, I'm gonna drive off. Although they really do need to like fix the laws about like the smoking, the driving, you know. Because in places like Wisconsin, they'll give you a DUI for weed. They won't give you a DWI. They won't give you like a drug charge. They will straight up give you a DUI for weed. Like, and it'll ruin your career. It'll ruin your life. That was a cool little sash, bro. I like that. Let's go back down through the neighborhood and out into the town. We have about 30 minutes before we have to get on the highway. And it's just so nice here. It's just so peaceful. Let me roll down the windows so you can get some of the bird sounds. The creek is so different than it was. And like I said, this woods is a forest preserve now. And we carved out a BMX track in there before we were even middle schoolers. And they like claimed it as like a nature path. But yeah. Good morning. Who's there? What's up? It's your friendly neighborhood loser, Eages. Don't forget to double tap that screen. I'm trying this new live format. Bear with me. I make video game videos and shit, but I'm trying this new live format out, and people are kind of liking it. So, yeah. What a beautiful morning, guys. What an absolutely beautiful morning. And you know what? I don't want to sound like I'm being, why am I tilting my head like a confused dog? Because I don't want to adjust the camera angle. was gonna say, these younger generation kids, man, not to sound like a fucking boomer or something, these younger generation kids, they all have fucking cart brain, okay? They don't know what good flour is, and if it's under 25%, they won't smoke it. I mean, I started to get a little bit like, I started to be like a little bit of a potency whore, but like, dude, there's stuff that's like 18, 19, 20% that will blow your socks off. All three of them. See what I did there? That's implying there's a sock on your cock. I rhymed. I was pretty ill. Oh, I'm Eages and I'm here to chill because I'm mentally ill and I didn't take my pills. Actually, I'm not medicated. I'm just a strange person. Yeah. Like, you know. Cruising, cruising, yeah, yeah, we're cruising. Check out this view, bitches. Man, I love the hood, dog. I'm not saying that in like a pretentious way, like this, it's ghetto, ugh, gross, ugh, brown people. No. I love my neighborhood. There's some rough spots, and you know what? Elgin is massive. I will show you guys South Elgin sometime. You know, it had its time in the early 2000s where there was some heavy gang activity and there was some bullshit, but it wasn't like violent crime against civilians. It was just the town was associated with some type of gang stuff. So it's not like Gary, Indiana, or like fucking like parts of Detroit that are like boarded up. That's like really scary in Michigan. Like, no, it's what I believe was happening is that there are multiple Hispano, Spanish-speaking. I think it was like a feud between the Mexicans and. Why can you go, please? Guys, stop at the fucking light. I don't understand it. Anyway, I think the Mexicans were beefing with like the Peruvians or something. It was a weird fucking, because it was a gang I never heard of growing up around here. They're like, oh, you know that guy? He's a dude. I was like, what? I was like, what is he? He's like, oh, he's a, you know. And there was like a gang I never heard of, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Is it Spanish? And they're like, no, it's Peruvian. And I was like, Peruvian? What do they speak? Machu Picchu? You know? And then they're like, no, dude. Like, they speak Spanish because the Spanish conquered them or something. I don't know. I love history, but I don't know a lot about it. Some things I should know. But I do have a lot of random historical facts up in here. Oh, Jesus Christ! Fuck me in the ass! I sneezed. Dude, you know, voice acting would be cool, but I never went to school for any of these random ADD dreams that I never fully fleshed out. Cause like, okay, this is not a brag. This is not a narcissistic dick measuring thing. When you're good at a bunch of shit, it's like confusing. Like, well, what should I do? Should I do art? Should I get into music? Should I do like what? Like, it's kind of like, you know how when you're at a restaurant that has too many choices, sometimes you feel overstimulated and overloaded, and you're like, what? Yeah, that. We'll go down this cool back street, man. Because there's a garbage truck emptying that dumpster, and he's sticking out in the road, and like, yeah. Not that I'm impatient, but we're not. We're not gonna just sit there. Oh, I had no idea that these like rad apartments. So when you see those buildings like that with those kind of arch windows on the top and the brick buildings like that, and you see the little decks in the back, and you're like, oh, is that like some kind of ghetto like duplex or old building split up? No, there's like high class apartments just kind of peppered in, just sprinkled in into the. That's what I always loved about like. The weirdest thing about this township is how it is mixed income like that. You have the violently rich right next to the violently poor. And, you know, it's a bizarre contrast. It really is. Because there's people that are, I would imagine, because I don't know the actual history, I would imagine there's still like families that were tied to aristocrats, like, you know, that. I'm sorry, I'm at an intersection and the person stopped, and instead of just, you know, like, never mind. It was really distracting. Oh man, I'm sure there's families that still have ties to the like aristocracy, like some of the families over here that were like balling and shit and help build some of this stuff. But I know a lot about Elgin, right? But I don't know enough. I know the things that like maybe a tourist might know. It's known for watches, known for the dairy, the Gale Borden dairy farm, like all the, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like interesting fact type shit. But there's a lot more to this city that I don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of these buildings, instead of being demolished, have been maintained or restored. And I just, like, I don't know what the fuck anything is. Well, obviously, it's an industrial building. But get a load of this spaceman, dude. Oh. Okay. It's a locksmith. It's a local locksmith. That's dope. If I ever get my keys stuck in my ass, I'll be sure to hit him up. This is an auto service shop. Look at that. And that's the police station. We're gonna go away from the police station. And here, the neighborhood hardware. This is pretty big for like the family franchise Ace Hardware. Look at, like, this is not just the loading docks here to my right. This is the whole facility. And every so often, once in a blue moon, once every other year, like, I might need something and I don't go to Home Depot. I don't go to Lowe's. I just kind of truck it down here because it's so much more chill. Let's go through the sprinklers. Let's go through the sprinklers. Wee! Woo! Wee! I'm so stupid. Let's go through the sprinklers, man. Yay! Also, here's the part. Here's the middle street between the rec center and the casino that I normally never gone down. I said, wait, that was two different tenses of speech. I have gone down it, maybe? Because I normally avoid the police department. Let's hang a right instead of going straight. Because this is the side of the rec center, and I kind of want to... It's an interesting place, dude. And random ADD thought, if I were homeless, or if I were in between housing, or if I were unhoused and I was on hard times... Dude, the everything that leads into the rec center and the casino is fully air conditioning. So like, dude, yeah. Even the people in our community that are suffering a little bit or behind a little bit, they're kind of comfortable here. You know, there's certain people that I'm not just going to say, oh, the Republican idiots, blah, blah, blah. They want to outlaw homelessness. They want to make it like a crime. And, you know, that's an assault on humanity. Not everyone's all mentally there, and some people are recovering from severe addiction. And so here's the auditorium. I saw the London Philharmonic there. And it's a pretty cool venue. It's so different now. Oh wait, that's the back of the building. Duh. I'm thinking to myself, hey, wait. Where's the stairs I did my trick on my skateboard when I was a kid? And that's the new apartments. That looks pretty cool. Choo-choo train. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm that guy that likes community. Let's go down this really scary street. It's starting to get to that time where I'm going to have to head out. Here we go. So this here... Remember how I talked about in one of my other live streams about how they demolished the historic old one? This here is the new Gale Borden Library. And even though I'm a snobby prick and I preferred when I was living in Schaumburg, I grew up in Elgin. I'm staying in Elgin right now. It's kind of like, you know. So I'm going to have to start getting books and renting games and stuff from here. That is one thing that I know is cool about the library is the physical media, and that if there's a game that I can't install or I don't have money or I could rent it. You could return it, get it stamped again, and rent it. Well, it's not an actual stamp now. That's how old I am, guys. That's how old I am, guys. The stamp cards in the fucking book, and you can get an extension, and you could... Dude, all this stuff that we did that was analog, and then it switched right to digital for us 90s kids. I'm only 36. But, like, there was a lot of analog and, like, old school stuff that just switched, and we grew up through it. It was weird. Cool building. So, dead ass, I don't know if that's a church or something, but look at that patio. Look at all that. It's like a workshop. Dude, that's fucking dope. Another auto garage. So, like, you're gonna see dead ass neighborhood buildings, businesses, and then, like, there's gonna be like a small grocery store or something in the middle of the neighborhood, right? Actually, I think I passed it. I literally think there's like a mini mart on that road behind me, and I passed it. But this guy behind me is just on his commute for the day. I'm gonna turn off somewhere so he could just... Oh, dude. Okay, there's cool houses there, too. So the houses to the left that say no outlet, I think that goes down to the river. Is that a squirrel? Come on, buddy. Okay. Go on, buddy. Can you... No, guys, can you... Buddies. Go on, buddies. There you go. People who intentionally run over animals... Fuck, man. What is this? See, like, this is one of those corner businesses I was talking about. This one's not a house. This one was a business. That green, that's a house. See? Oh, and that building goes back a little bit. It's not huge, but it's like bigger than a house. So that, I don't know what that could have been. A general store, or... That's what I mean. It's so, like, interesting. Like, That's why I need to get like the Google, I don't know, like Google Lens, or and them talking to it or asking it. Maybe it knew. That's a creepy house. Look out, squirrel. Maybe it knew what that building was. And guys, I gotta turn around and get the shot. You gotta get a load of this house on the corner. The attic window, a lot of these old Victorian houses, the attic part is a living space and it's all finished out. So we're just gonna do we're gonna get the glare eyes from the house of the, cause you know how it is when you when some stranger's turning around in your driveway late at night. Oh man, look at this house, you guys. That's not even the one I wanted to show. I'll show you that one. You ready? It's just so laid back here. And I live in a 90s developed neighborhood. So like there's even newer. So there's like all these old Victorian houses, all this rich history and all this stuff. And right? This is just someone's house, guys. That's just someone's house maintained from the old times. And I'm like shining my headlights in their house being a cuck. I wasn't trying to do that. I put it into neutral by accident. Now the bright blue house here. So like there's new development. There's development from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. There's brand new development and these old houses that have just been built on and added to. You know, some of these houses were farmhouses, so they're very modular. It started as like a building next to a building, and then you expanded on it. A lot of history here. Not unlike my favorite place over in Schaumburg, the Spring Valley Nature Center and Heritage Farm. The Heritage Farm is the settler house. But I wanted to show you guys this. See that building back there? I have no idea what that was, and I'm trying to figure it out. There's like not really a lot of signs telling you what it was. I thought it was a medical complex, like a hospital, like a hospital, yeah, like a fucking medical building. I thought it was a medical suite, but then there's all these like things on the back of it, like smokestacks and like windows, and it's clearly not a medical building. It's like some sort of factory. I was gonna say Fabrik, which is German for factory. Why the fuck was I gonna say that? That was weird. So, you know, getting in a cool little streamy stream. Hopefully people fucking watch. It's just a vibe here, man. And growing up, I had a few friends and acquaintances that lived in these old houses, and they're really nice. You know, you'd think it would be stinky or mildewy, or like you'd smell the history, or the vibe would be off. You know, some of the houses are really scary inside, like, you know, maybe there was a mad rapist or murderer there or something. But like for the most part, these old houses, the vibe is super chill, man. And it's just like a lot of these houses have a connected garage and a detached garage. And like that's a product of like the detached garage was like the olden times, and then like people had, yeah. These houses are cool. Why is this road blocked? That's interesting. Well, that's a cool building. I've not really been on the back side of this road. I know the other side where that building is. But like I said, like I've driven through here a bunch of times. I know this way, I know that way. I still find streets and I go, huh, I haven't been down that one. And some of them are like one ways and dead ends. And I'm just like, always finding something new here in Elgin, man. I'm like looking left, I'm looking right. All this stuff is so cool, man. And then there's one house on, I believe, Douglas Avenue. That's like the oldest in Elgin. And it's like late 1700s. Or you know what? And I was at the cemetery at Bluff City Boulevard. And there's a nice park there and a skate park. I was at the cemetery at Bluff City Boulevard, and there were... That's a cool house. Bro, there were graves from before America. There were like 1700s and late 1600 graves. So there were like... That means that there were non-Native Americans, people who weren't First Nation. Were they Europeans? Were they whites? Who were they? Who were these people here? It's so like the names are look like fucking, one of the guys' names is Harry Ness, like a hairy penis, and I thought that shit was funny. Hi, I'm Lieutenant Harry Penis, reporting for duty. Oh yeah, that mint green color is pretty cool. Damn. Like you can really see like different eras, because it's not like they built all these houses in a straight line all at once. They're like, oh, it's 1800 and we've established a town, build all these houses. You can see some of them are like the stucco stuff, some of them are like different kinds of eras. These are all built all different times. And look, everywhere around the United States has these kind of shoddy old neighborhoods with the Victorian houses. That's just how society developed, right? But there's a lot of places that just kind of tore down the shit. Oh, I noticed there's a cop sitting there now. Because when I went through the hardware store, there were these homeless people, no, unhoused people, and they were sitting at the hardware store place right there where the cop is now. Whee! And those apartments, there's new development. That was in the last decade or so, and those are really expensive. Next to the janked out Marathon station. Oh damn, that was in business. I don't remember that. There were so many defunct gas stations that were either demolished, rebuilt, or like left abandoned and standing. It's hard to remember which one's which. Although I do know some of my favorite 7-Elevens got either demolished or turned into like a currency exchange or some shit. Let's flip it back. Let's not just film this guy's license plate. Let's take the turn back across the National Street Bridge. Or is that Kimball Street? We're going to go across the bridge. And we are, because look, in front of us is the top, is the other side of the river and the top of the hill with more of those old houses and stuff. And you can see, don't look at guy's license plate, you can see up to the right, there's those brand new fucking amazing apartments with a multi-level parking garage underneath them. And there's going to be a restaurant or a corner shop. Oh, I think it's already a restaurant there in the corner. Could you imagine like going down in your jammies and fucking going like Oh, what's on the menu today, chef? But this is like the key point in the Fox River Valley where industry and agriculture like exploded, because they were going back and forth down the river to Galena, because that's where they were rendering the iron ore and like making metal products and stuff. Like, so Galena is important for like deposits of minerals and like natural occurring resources. And Elgin, like, look at those dock doors on the second and third story of this big ass building over here. Like, what? It makes you wonder when you see those dead doors. Was there a structure there, or like, God, it's so interesting, because I look at old pictures of Elgin all the time, and that's where I got robbed a few times, at gunpoint and at knife point, and I was like coming down off LSD. I don't want to scare you guys away. It's not like that here anymore. It's just that was a different time, and I shouldn't have been out of the house. Oh yeah, this isn't National Street or Kimball Street. This is the like the cool side, the back side. And then here's down there is the parking pit for the farmers market, and there's just lots of gentrified and redone buildings. There's a sushi restaurant and a Thai place down there I want to try. I mean, there's the martini room, you know, like it all kind of looks the same at first. There's Blue Box Cafe. It's a Doctor Who themed coffee shop. That's right up my alley. There was where Medusa was on the right. The nightclub. Rest in peace, Dave Medusa. You gave us so many great times as alternative kids. Yeah, dude. Just like this. So anyone who's interested in history and urban exploring and that kind of vein of content online, or just offline with no camera and no internet, just looking at the stuff, enjoying it, this is one of those towns. And it's sprawling, like I said. You go to the other side of Elgin where there is no old development. There's no Victorian buildings. There's no 1800s anything. And some of these buildings, like the cobblestone building on Douglas, I think, is 17 something and predates the United States. So like this was a settlement like before, and there were people here coexisting with natives before the yucky stuff happened and we drove them out. That's why I feel some yummy energy and some evil energy around here near the woods and some of these old structures, because the original people here were like coexisting with the. I got kicked off for a second, and in the area it's the Black Hawk in Potawatomi, and shit, there's a lot more. It's not to mention the mental mindfuck of being inside some of these old houses. Some of them have like chutes for laundry and dumbwaiters and like rooms that do nothing, like old stuff, like, oh, back in the day this is where you would store your this, and just like, why is there a skinny long room that there you could have put a bed in here? Oh, this was for storing materials or whatever. just stuff like that. We're missing cool buildings like the one at the top of the. You don't want to see my ugly mug. I wonder what they're gonna do with the old furniture store. I hope they make it into something. There's a very small grocery store here too called A+ Lucky Market, so I gotta go there. I want to film videos, but I don't want to be that ass with this camera strapped to him, I always had a camcorder when I was younger, and it was kind of obvious that I was filming. You know, having a camera strapped to you, like sometimes it's like, when you have a big camera in your hand, it's obvious for people to consent or walk away. Be like, oh, that guy's got a camera, let me get the fuck out of the way. But when you have the GoPro on or something, people don't realize they're being filmed until they're right up close next to you. So, maybe I'll just ask permission. I'll be the cringe-worthy guy, I'll be polite, I'll be the nice guy, and I'll say, hey, may I film in here, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I'll have to do? I'll upload my video to private, and I'll have to use the face blur tool inside of YouTube, which will be annoying, but I can do that. The scrap guy in front of me, man. The scrap rates are not great right now. It sucks. He's probably got to do double time. But yeah, dude. I'm not afraid of the police like that. But I noticed that those two, I don't want to say vagrants, those two unhoused people, they were gone. And like, I don't really think, if they weren't doing anything wrong, I don't really think the cops should have come and like pressed them and made them keep walking. Because they seemed like comfortable and they weren't hurting anyone. Like, not every unhoused person sitting somewhere is like waiting for it to open so they can rob it or steal or something. Like, it just seemed like a comfortable place. You know how I'm saying these neighborhoods and towns are cozy? I don't know, man. Those are human beings, and you can't treat all unhoused people as a monolith and be like, because, dude, money is tight right now. If anyone has an emergency and loses their home, or fucking, you know, has been addicted to drugs, or has borderline personality and they gambled all their money away or whatever, like, shit happens. You know what I mean? Shit happens. And just, I think that cop was, he parked in the parking lot so they wouldn't come back. He shooed them off and he parked in the parking lot so that they wouldn't come back. And it's like, it was pretty obvious that they were probably going to just leave when the hardware store opened for the day. And they were off to the side. They were near the entrance. I don't know, man. Just like hostile architecture. Like anti-homeless people sleeping on a bench. That's not helping a human. Someone might need that bench to not sleep on the dirt. It's been raining so much. Everything's really lush. Everything's really nice. Like, and it's sad. It's such a verdant and green and amazing summer. And my bro's not here to spend it with me. That's really fucking with me, you guys. I know I'm doing better, and I'm not bawling my eyes out and ranting and being insane on camera like when it first happened. But dude, it broke my inner focus. Like, I have topics I want to talk about. I have ideas I want to flesh out. I have thoughts that go beyond the, you know, just the, hey dude, smoke weed. And it seems a convenient excuse, right? Dude, when everything reminds you of somebody that is no longer here, it does derail you, and you have to try and focus really hard. I'm like, I was so stoked and so ready to start making more content, and I had a direction, and then my brother passed, and I couldn't play video games for a month. It was bad. I'm like, I guess what I'm trying to the overarching theme I'm trying to actually say here is, I'm sorry my content's all over the place. I've not been very good since that happened. And I just don't want people to think that I'm using a tragedy that happened to me, as an excuse or a cudgel. Using it to get views. Using it to explain away why I haven't made more content or whatever. Mostly it's time and money, but I actually had coherent thoughts that were cohesive and wrote them down so that I can flesh it out, make it into something. Want to make videos about places. And you know, like, life is tough. And 20 years ago, if I said, Dad, I want to make YouTube videos, he'd be like, what the fuck? But when there's something you're passionate about, and it's just like something that's innately part of your life, like me, editing and making videos has been something I've done since 1999, okay? Like, I remember the first VHS recorder I had. And then I remember the mini DV tapes. And it was just always... I was always obsessed with that. Like, filming stuff and, like, taking pictures of stuff. Because it's one thing to be like, oh, let's make a photo album for our memories. Or let's film the choir concert. Or yeah, but if you get the right angle, if you get the right shot, if you get it framed up right, anyone can point and shoot, and sometimes that's just chaotic. Like, you gotta frame it up to where it's digestible to the human eye. There are times where I film something and I'll go watch it and I'll go, oh, the action's there and that looks nice, but it's just too panned out. It's not capturing the essence. It's not capturing the idea that I want. And then I'll have to go and refilm it. And then I'll be like, okay, a little lower, a little tighter. Yeah, it makes the action look a little, you know. Everything is different, and everything's on a case by case. Every scenario is different. So you can't just like be like, oh, this angle looks fucking hot, I'm gonna use this for everything. No, you know. There are things that work in traditional photography and filmmaking. But everything's different because the lighting's different. And you know, your smartphone does a lot of that shit for you. That's why you can get some decent pictures on your iPhone and your Android. But when you have like a modern badass single lens reflex, when you're on like normal mode, you have to adjust the settings yourself. There's like a carefree mode, and there's like a automatic aperture mode, or whatever. But like, if you manually fuck with the white balance and the exposure, you can get some of these eerie sunset pictures where like you're essentially closing the eye of the camera a little bit, and you're letting in enough light to show like the reflection of the sun, but not all of the light washing everything out. You can get some pretty, like, that's a good way to take pictures of like solar eclipses and stuff. And of course you have to put a filter on, but yeah. Aperture settings, why am I talking about this? Because my brain hurts, because my homie died, because my brain hurts, because my homie died. So, if I could do content creating as like a career, like, so I guess that's what I was ranting about 20 years ago. Hey Dad, I want to make videos online. I don't know, man, like, I've always loved making videos, editing, making cuts that are funny, and making my friends laugh, and like, just, maybe it's not absurd to follow your dreams. Maybe it's not eternally risky to follow your dreams. Maybe if I pop off, it can be rewarding. Who knows? There's a lot of edits on my channel, actually. I'm stupid. Ow, my neck hurts. My neck, my back, my pee hole and my sack. What? Yo, cock ass. I'm not impatient. I'm not an impatient person. It's just the light changes and people are like, as if putting the pedal down a little bit more is going to cause damage to their car. I said it before. I'll say it again. If you're impatient and you're driving too fast and reckless, you're dangerous. If you're like Sunday driver, like not a care in the world, my time's not important, I have nowhere to be, who cares, I'm just on the road, that is also dangerous. There's a middle part. There's a middle, it's called go with the flow. That's a point I can't stress enough. It may seem at times I'm impatient, but it's like, no, people who drive too fast are dangerous. People who drive too slow are dangerous. People who get with it and are just aware and reacting to things in real time, safe driver. So yeah, I got distance between me and homeboy. We're just cruising. I'm not, and I'm not going super slow to where I'm gonna cause an accident at the intersection when the light changes. Just flowing. There are these things called speed limit signs, guys, and then you know how fast to go because the sign. Does that help? Now, do you see if I was rushing or going too slow? That would have been sucky right there. The light changed and we're just calmly slowing down. I should do this though. I should get the whole shot. Oh, I wonder if they work over there. Fuck, man. I would walk to work every day. Fuck gas. Is that a new BP? Jesus. Dude, you can grab a taquito on to work. So you can get your daily levels of grease. And is this really meat? Ba 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 ba. Applesauce in my asshole. Bro, I need some tacos, man. I think this Friday, tacos. Tacos de carne. Yeah, I'm a white guy. I try to pronounce the Spanish properly. So don't think that that's cringe. That's called respecting someone else's culture. You fucking actively fucking germinating piece of cunt waste. The light goes green, the light goes green, the light goes green. Fuck. Cover up homeboy's license plate. No, I seriously thought it was gonna go green because the light going the other way has been red for a second, yo. Guys, I'm so hyper. I don't want to go to work. I want to make content all day. I want to go to sleep. I want to make content. I want to talk to people online. Good morning, Steven. Let me see that penis, baby. for a good night's sleep, call 1-800-to-DREAM. Yo, these morning VODs are ridiculous. I feel more vulnerable and I say silly things. Hey. Dude, like I said, I wonder if I have the smartphone adapter for my GoPro chest mount. I think I have that. Because it's easy. It's so easy to capture lives on the smartphone. It doesn't always lag. And the video quality is like... Bro. This is a Samsung Galaxy 22. It's not a current phone. It's not a current gen phone. I'm surprised. Like, okay, it's almost like my hobbies and interests as full circle. Now that you have these little devices in your pocket that can shoot good video at a moment's notice. Sure, I want an actual camcorder to go along with my action cam. But dude, it makes capturing content easier. You don't have to be in a dark room editing at your computer. If there's a moment that you need to capture that's just a short moment, you grab it. And I'm like, wow, it's like 4K from my fucking phone. It gets compressed a little bit, right? But like, dude, it's 1080, like, and mostly 60 frames from a phone. I keep twitching, my neck hurts. I should have done that roller this morning, the deep tissue roller. Oh, fuck me. I just wanted to get moving. It's funny because I got all over the place, man. I was explaining how I lost my inner focus because my homeboy passed away, and just me saying that out loud makes me not be able to focus. I'm really lost. Even if I blow up on YouTube, it's like I can't show him now, and it's like fucking slicing open my heart, taking a diarrhea shit and sewing it back up. Liquid feces, blood transfusion, poop disease, pure confusion, sweat, anxiety, and death. Do. I don't know, I thought it was like a death metal song, and maybe like they inject you slowly with diarrhea, and then, but like, you don't have blood to circulate oxygen, so then you like, you have half diarrhea blood, and you're like kind of alive, but you're not, but then like you start to die on a cellular level because your body can't make blood as fast as the diarrhea is taking over, and then you succumb to diarrhea blood transfusion. I mean, when I was in grade 9, I wrote a song called Melted Shit. Similar concept. Feces, thus liquefied naturally at the anus or afterward, sprayed upon the unsuspecting victim, or under the right temperature and circumstances, a steamy melter slung from a slingshot, a shitty belter. Oh, just get hit in the eye with caca. Just solid enough to stay in the pouch of the slingshot. I'm a sick person. No, I would never assault anyone with feces. 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 I would never as unless they threaten me first. Okay? Now, put your hands up. This is a robbery. Poop slingshot. Yeah, take that. And it goes right in his mouth, and he drops his gun. And then I get his gun, and then I kind of stick poop in the gun, and then I shoot him with the poop gun. But I shoot him in the foot so he doesn't pass away. But the poop bullet makes him very sick. Yeah. Second Amendment rights. I have the right to bear arms. That includes a slingshot of feces. Human or otherwise. Could be dog. Could be dog. Cat shit's really bad. I know, because I have a cat, and his poop smells worse than the dog's poop. It actually doesn't. The dog's poop smells far worse than the cat's poop. I lied there. Now, if you put the dog poop or the human poop in cat piss, that might have the ammonia effect. The strong male cat piss might have a bit of a pepper spray action going on. I'm no chemist, but ammonia bad. Look at me, look, what am I doing with my life talking about animal feces into the face of a would-be mugger. Stick 'em up! And then I just pull down my pants and I'm fully erect. The robber's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey, I've always wanted to be robbed at gunpoint. He's like, what the fuck? He'll kiss me and take my wallet. Huh? And he leaves. Because I would assume the gunman would be homophobic. I don't know why, but believe it or not, I hate how fucking insecure men are and how homophobic they are and like, oh, what are you, gay, bro? Blah, 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 blah. But like, there have been times where I was about to get into a scrap and I took my clothes off and I said, let's fight. And the other person was like, ew, dog, man, you gay, man. What the fuck, man? Oh, man, you gay, man. What the fuck? And then it just like stopped the fight from happening. Psychology. The world is unaccepting and xenophobic. Man's masculinity constantly under threat. So why not whip out your Johnson to win a fight? You know? What if you solved wars with your cock? Instead of violence, solve wars with cock. Yeah. It's Pride Month, man. If we all just got along, we all just fucked each other, then everyone would be happy. But Christians are like, you can't be gay, dog. Dear Christian, do you fuck your wife in the ass? You do. Okay. That's what it's like to be gay. Shut the fuck up. Like, their arguments for why it's bad make no sense. Well, it's bad because bad. Think of the children. Yeah, think of all the gay kids that commit suicide because you tell them that their existence is wrong and invalid. Yet people still cling to, and they do the mental gymnastics to justify Christianity or Catholicism, even though they're clearly erroneous and vile and filled with vitriol. But because the idea of an all-loving God helps them get through life, and it's comforting to them, and just Jesus is my person. Like, and it's comforting to them, they ignore all the other shit, like the red flags, like all the like, oh, rape is cool, oh, you know, like just like genocide is cool, yeah, dude, like fucking like female genital mutilation is fucking cool, like ignore all of that shit. Oh man. And like, I don't want to go on the tangent, but I will say, like, how ignorant and arrogant for people to be like, you know, like, there's thousands of religions around the world. Many that predate Christianity and Islam, like I don't know, Hinduism, Jesus. So there's just like old stuff that's been around for a while, and then you go, my religion's the right one, fuck you, false idols, false prophets, false fake gods. You know how the fucking stupid brain rot boomers are like, fake news, fake news. Yeah, dude, fake history, fake history. So it's just like, how do you say fake history? My religion's right, but yours is wrong. Okay. That's why people fight. So like it's not just Fox News and racism. It's not just the racist component, it's the religious component. It's making society crumble as we know it. The racist and classist part is bad. The corruption and greed and evil and violence that occurs naturally in society is bad. But the religious part of it, we're putting gasoline on a fire. We need to just like wake up as a society and be like, oh, this is cool, this is historical, this is Christian myth, this is mythology. How can you be like, Yeshua is real, but Zeus is fake? Okay. Yahweh is real, but Ganesh is fake. So, Elohim is real, and I don't know, one of the Greek gods is fake? Or like, just, how does that work? How does that, every religion that came before your religion, like if religions came after, and you were like, oh, those are fake. These are the grave idols that Jesus talks about. These are the imposters. These are the false prophets that the Bible speaks of. It's just like, or you could just be like, hey, I believe this, you can believe that. But it's all dog shit. But at least, like, you know, other places have history and culture. Like the Hindu pantheon's pretty cool. Like Shiva's pretty rad. Ganesh is pretty rad. Like a lot of them are pretty rad. And a lot of them are blue. And I think that that's pretty rad. Jesus is not blue. He's brown. But also, I always said this point, and I'm, dude, this is a really bad stream and a weird rant because I'm just tired and I cannot fucking focus. But how is God's name God? That's like, hey bro, nice car. What is it? Oh, it's a car. No. But like, nice new car, bro. What kind is it? Oh, it's car. You don't know car? I has car. I was car, I always will car, and I will be car, and I am car. It just doesn't make sense to me that God's name is the thing that he is. I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say into like human speech. Like, it's like if I got a pet dog And someone said, "Oh, what a cute dog. What's his name?" And I said, "Oh, he's dog." What? No, but what's his name, dude? Fido? Spot? No, he was dog, he is dog, he always will be dog. How are you named the thing? How is your name? Like, God doesn't have a name? Like, Jesus? Jesus is like a name. That's like a first name. That's like a proper noun first name. Jesus Christ. That's a first and last name. That's a first name and a surname. That's Jesus Christ. That's a name. It doesn't fit the era at all, because his name would have been like like Hebrew or some shit. But yeah, Jesus never existed, by the way. But how can you be called the thing that you are? That alone, like that inconsistency alone proves that like people made it up. And it just, the snowball kept going. Those people died, more people kept writing. Those people died, more people keep writing. Who knows? They could have found that shit as an incomplete work and then kept writing it as like an epic. Like, why is it not viewed as Christian mythology? Why is it viewed as fact? Why is it not just another mythology? Like, I don't... Mine's fact. Yours is not fact. I don't get that. But going back to what I was saying, I will always be flabbergasted at the fact that he is named the thing that he is. He is a God, but he's God. Like, you're named the thing you are. That's weird. And the Holy Ghost, that's fucking vague. But Eages, it's a Trinity. What the fuck? Are you smoking actual fucking crack? God. Can you... For an atheist, you sure invoke God. No, it's just a turn of phrase. Oh my God. Fuck. Oh, God damn it. It's just a phrase. It's calling out to the sky. Oh God damn it. It's from older times. It's a turn of phrase. I'm not evoking the fucking Abrahamic Judeo-Christian God every time I cuss. Jesus fucking Christ. See? I'm not praying. I'm just saying a turn of phrase. Anyway, guys, that's me ranting with the top of my head cut off. My neck really hurts. Well, I have been Eages, your friendly neighborhood loser, ranting, talking, spitting, spewing, and saying nonsense for about an hour and 20 minutes. I'll catch you in the next one.